Well, welcome. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It would seem that Star Wars fatigue... Jasper, I know you're fatigued with Star Wars as well, but can you let me record this goddamn video? Thank you so much. So it would seem that Star Wars fatigue has absolutely set in. Clearly, my dog has it as well. Now, with respect to Star Wars fatigue, I put it to you straight from the outset because I'm not trying to say that it has set in. I'm just trying to say that there's some indications there. Are you fatigued with Star Wars? Let me know down below in the comments right now. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video and why I say that it seems to have set in is, well, Star Wars Galaxy Edge is apparently still dead, and Rise of the Resistance is a huge disaster. An unmitigated disaster. I mean, for a company which prides itself on absolutely raking in zibillions and zibillions, there's some real issues here, right? It seems that they've milked the cash cow dry. So the bad news continues for Disney Star Wars, as it is again reported that the Galaxy's Edge theme park is tanking and underperforming, with insiders offering that the Rise of the Resistance edition, which is a new attraction, has been delayed. And again, is just a huge disaster. Now, with respect to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Disney recently confirmed themselves. Okay, so it's not just people throwing shade and going, Disney sucks, way. No, Disney confirmed it on the financial report for August that people are not showing up. Not anywhere near the projected numbers. Now, they also said that basically told that the park is dead. This people here at Cosmic News back in July from a source at Comic-Con, which again was, I wouldn't say it was confirmed that it was dead because there were some people that were there and, you know, taking video evidence. So I will say that the source was wrong. The theme park's definitely not dead, but it's hugely underperforming, massively so. Now, insiders have been posting on the WDW Magic Disney fan site message boards about the current state of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and the Rise of the Resistance, which isn't good. So, latest word I have from a few days ago is that TDO, Team Disney Orlando, is now expecting to have to announce a delay for the opening, but they're holding off on the announcement so as to not damage potential holiday resort bookings, which is shady as fuck. Things continue to go poorly at both construction sites. The budget continues to balloon beyond requirements. And Team Disney Anaheim is frankly in freak-out mode because September attendance is continuing to be abysmal, even with annual passports unlocked. Now, Disney's Hollywood Studios data is beginning to settle in, and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is regularly being outperformed in riders and queue times by, check this out, Slinky Dog and Rock'n Roller Coaster. That's bad, isn't it? Fucking Star Wars themed theme park and rides is being outperformed by Slinky Dog. By the Slinky Dog. That's embarrassing, don't you think? Now, another post offers that Wi-Fi might also be an issue in addition to other problems. We can beam shit from Mars, right? We can send pictures back from Mars. Why is Wi-Fi still an issue? The mind fucking boggles. My Disneyland source recently, last weekend, told me that they were having a great day because there were no breakdowns. Maybe they spoke too soon because Wi-Fi was the initial issue. I mentioned this a long time ago with my Disneyland source that I worked in networking, and when the AP gets too busy, it will drop off connections. I suggested something as simple as replacing patch cables because they were dropping hundreds of milliseconds of connectivity all the time, which sounds like a leak from the APs. I've gotten store-bought and homemade cables and had issues that I fixed with a cable replacement. Next, maybe the APs are not robust enough to handle the traffic that they need to handle. There are 30 show vehicles that need to communicate, and most APs get flaky after 15 to 20 simultaneous connections. And they'll start dumping random connections. I suggested adding more APs as well. Lastly, they're inside a giant steel Faraday cage for all intents and purposes, and there'd just be maybe too much interference. Obviously, there are rides like Ratatouille that are doing it with their vehicles. Winnie the Pooh 2. I don't work for Disney, so no one is going to listen to me, which is why I suggested it to my contact to suggest to their bosses. My contact works directly with the ride vehicles too. Jesus Christ. Not only that, I've heard rumours of in-floor puck issues, but my contact at Disneyland says nothing has been changed out in their ride building. DHS was plagued from the start with building issues, pieces in the wrong spots, flooding because blah blah blah. Basically, a whole load of bloody issues. My God, I hope this isn't true. My trip is only a few days after it's set to open. So people, with respect to the, what was the ride called? The Rise of the Resistance ride or attraction. Because they've not announced any delays, they've still confirmed its opening time. People are booking to actually line up with that. People are now obviously in a bit of panic mode because of that. Now, obviously, another member asked if there was any chance Disney could do a soft opening for the Rise of the Resistance at Disney Hollywood Studios. It doesn't appear so. They're still having issues. Not only that, there was another post also guessed that Rise of Resistance could open December 14th. However, other reports have stated that the ride goes official on January 17th, 2020. As for the new likely DHS opening, I've heard 12th to 14th is currently best case scenario. Jesus Christ! Like, seriously? How can you do this? Like I said, Disney confirms Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is suffering. Right, they said very specifically, so this isn't just me saying definitely there's Star Wars fatigue. The decrease in operating income at our domestic parks and resorts was due to higher costs and lower volume, partially offset by increased average per capita guest spending. Higher costs were driven by labour and other cost inflation and expenses associated with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which opened at Disneyland Resort on May 31st. The decrease in volume was due to lower attendance, partially offset by higher occupied room nights. Basically, there was lower attendance. Now, they're saying that obviously the income from the lower attendance is being offset because of other things, but the fact remains, no one is going to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Nowhere in the droves that they were expecting. Nowhere in the droves. Now, guest spending growth was primarily due to higher average ticket prices and increased food, beverage, merchandising spending. So it's not even, they're earning money, not even off of new attendees. It's quite literally off of current attendees. They're milking them for more money. Higher ticket prices, increased food budgets, increased beverage and merchandise spending. But that's a terrible business model. Yeah, we won't get new people. What we'll do is get the people that stay and actually come and are loyal to us, and we'll just charge them more and more money. That's atrocious. So like I say, look, I said this at the start. Is Star Wars fatigue here? And if it is, what do you think Disney can do to solve it? Do you think Disney as a brand, as a name behind Star Wars, is now muddying the water so much that there is nothing they can do? I don't know. I'm just asking the question because I want to hear your thoughts. I would love to know. Because I definitely think there is a certain subsection of Star Wars fans that are completely done with Star Wars as a result of Disney's mismanagement of the property. But if that's one of you guys, what could they do? If The Rise of Skywalker was good, it came out, it was a huge success, do you think that you would be back on board? Do you think that you'd be one of the people that is like, yes, I'm going to go to Galaxy's Edge, I'm going to spend all my moolah, all my dole bills, and have a right old good time. Could put that money right back in Disney's pocket. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. If you like what I am doing here with my efforts to entertain and bring some slight comedy to your day, then please do consider supporting the channel. There is a link to my Patreon down below in the description box. Not only that, guys, if you don't want to just support the channel, but you also want to rock some awesome merch, don't worry, it's not got my ugly face on. I have some awesome designs over on my Teespring, which you will see underneath the video. Xenomorph designs, Joker merch. We've got Terminator Beyond Salvation, just bits and pieces. Go check it out. You will really like the designs. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I've been Miss H. Take care.